Hey y'all, how y'all doing and stuff? So my beautiful souls, thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure chat with y'all. I don't know what this reading's gonna be about, but we'll find out. I want to show you though. I know it's not Christmas yet. I might be jumping the gun here, but all of these, everything here, I got from Target. In their bullseye section, I paid $1 for everything you see. You know, each one of these are $1. These are actually ornaments for a tree. Aren't they cute and pretty? So they have this pinkish color. And they also have it in green and like a pearl white. The nutcrackers as well as all different types of trees, small, big, whatever. I stick with the dollar stuffs, okay? Period. But anyway, so I'm using the Muse Tarot here. Isn't it just gorgeous? We'll just bring... That's the Empress, y'all. So pretty. Anyway, I laid out some cards, so let's see what's happening with them, okay? We got the Four of Emotions, Judgment, and the Sun. Okay, so you may have been feeling kind of lackluster in your life. It could be pertaining to love, you know, because what we see here is the Three Cups that this person is ruing over. But they are actually sitting in this one cup here, if you notice. Right? They can't see that, obviously. And then there's these two people here. Could be her. You know, because there's with one eye open, one eye closed. It could be duality, but it also could be someone else. You know, there is something around you. There's that one cup. A gift from the divine, because all aces are. From the magician, you know. He's the one with all the tools. Remember, that's how you can manifest. You know. But anyway, there's a love around you you're missing, right? Or you had been missing. And that this type of an energy could lead to a lot of boredom and a lot of contemplation, a lot. And that's maybe why here with Awakening, Judgment, you heard the call, you've seen something. And the Sun here speaks of happiness. So through, excuse me, through this type of emotional state, you awaken something within here that has been revealed to you. Number one, it's going to make you happy, you know, because the Sun is the most positive card in the deck. And again, even reversed, I say this a lot. I said a lot of things a lot, right? It does not diminish the energy by much at all. You can't really, there's no way you can spin a bad connotation on that card. But it also speaks of revelations, you know. So let's see what the Sun has revealed to you. What you have opened your eyes into seeing. What has been revealed to you here. Okay, we have the Queen of Materials. The High Priestess. And the Five of Emotions. These cards are so beautiful. I'm telling you. So, at the back of the deck, we do have the Two of Voices. I don't know if I really like to say that's the overall energy, like a lot of other readers do, and nothing wrong with that. It gives you a little bit more insight, I feel. Just a touch of clarification, but these cards that we laid down, as far as I'm concerned, are the major energies. So we're not doing my wand. Here it is. What's going on? Something was hidden here with the High Priestess, right? This one cup here, this gift from the divine you couldn't see, okay? I feel like your emotional state, then here you go from the 4 to the 5, right? That is an emotional type of a depression. The feelings associated with that card are unpleasant. Guilt, sorrow, loss. Mourning, you could actually be mourning a loss of someone, and if you are, I'm sorry, you know. It could have been very recently or within a year or so. What was revealed to you here is that you are not taking enough care of yourself. You're not valuing yourself in any way here. By concentrating on whatever these three cups are, and the Three of Cups talks about friendships, it talks about joy and happiness. It does speak of, situations where there's more than one person involved in some type of a romantic setting. Something about that situation here you could not see. And it could be that there was someone else there. But you've been awakened here because these emotions that you felt behind this situation awakened something within you. Snap out of it. You are this Queen of Materials. That's the Queen of Pentacles. And when we talk about Pentacles, we talk about money. And a lot of people find value in that. And there is. It's not the everything. But you can't survive without it, right? At the very least. And that speaks of value. That's why the Queen of Materials values herself amongst anything else. Now, she's the nurturer. You know what I mean? She's intelligent and savvy in a lot of ways. And this is just an energy, y'all. Any gender applies. Flip it however you want. When I say he, she, whatever the case, it's just because what I'm looking at in front of me. But we're talking about just an energy. Someone in this type of energy does not have to be female. We all have male and female aspects within ourselves. Anyway, so when I say that, forgive the ignorance because it's too much to keep up because I'm feeling these things, what's been revealed to you is that you are worth it. You come first, but you did already know that. And I think the hurtful part here, especially with the Five of Emotions, there's a lot of grief and loss. There's also regret and remorse. And that could go twofold here. You know what I mean? You regret allowing yourself to be in a situation that was not for your highest good, that devalued you. And the sun, like I said, you can't really diminish how bright it shines, but in this case, you weren't shining brightly enough, and that was what was revealed to you. Somebody put you in a state that made you have to take a look at yourself. Definitely with the High Priestess. What was hidden in this situation was the lesson that you needed to learn in order to embody and embrace this Queen of Materials that you are, baby. Because you're a beautiful soul. Okay? Let me just clarify something, because I know that's how it works, right? But it's pretty cut and dry here so far. I don't like beating dead horses because they get a little skewed. But the main message here is you learn to love yourself, and I'm proud of you for that. The second message here is to spiritually and psychically let it go. Because I feel like emotionally you're done. I feel like mentally you're done. You do know what the truth of this situation is, and you accepted it. Something about it is still, you feel tethered to it in some way still, because there's still some things you really don't know, right? And it could be causing a lot of resentful feelings. Now, I don't know how the stages of grief work, all right? Because again, we have the Five of Emotions. You're in one of those stages. It's like mourning something. And this could be a relationship, a person, or the idea of a person, who you thought that person was, coming to terms with the fact with who they really are. Who they really are is someone that is not a healthy influence for you. and you had to let them go. And I feel you did. You revealed yourself to you here. That's beautiful. So let's just see a little bit more here. The Knight of Inspiration's coming right over this portion, okay? So that's someone who is in and out, non-committal, here for a good time, but not for a long time, right? So what's going on with the middle row here? The Muse of Inspiration. This is the King. And this person really was arrogant and controlling. And I think that's part of the lesson here. You know, if someone or any situation is putting you in this 5 of emotions type of a state, you definitely need to continuously reflect. Now, I mean, for any time anybody or any situation puts you in this energy, you need to immediately get to the root of why this is happening to you. Why do you feel this way? If you really know, because with the High Priestess here, you do know, right? You could have been, I don't want to say delusional, but you could have been hiding truth from yourself. And with this Muse of Inspiration over Judgment and the 5 of these emotions, it's because you found this person attractive. Physically, this person looked good to you. And with these wands here, probably had a good time. You know, but not for a long time. And certainly that type of energy puts you in this 4 of emotion state where now you're waiting for the next time this person's going to come around, right? All the while knowing here what's happening and ignoring something that's around you that could be filling up this 1 cup here, as opposed to you not seeing it because you're continuously contemplating or awaiting someone's arrival. But this type of an energy, you know, it's, if you stay in it, this is where you'll be. But I feel that you've moved past that. Again, because we went from the 4 to the 5, that succession, right? So here it was still, I don't want to say ignoring red flags, but, you know, dimming your own intuition. But once you started letting that loose a little bit here with Judgment, that's an awakening. That's hearing the call, getting downloads on what that situation really is. And that, to me, is beautiful. I don't say a lot of stuff is beautiful, but I find it beautiful because there's a lesson here now that's being shown to you. You're being shown this lesson. This is the lesson here. The type of people you choose to, we'll say, partner with, right? Reflect back on all of the people that you have had this type of a feeling for, right? Someone who felt like a soulmate, who felt comfortable, who was like home. Somebody who had a certain build or look to them, you know, and letting that kind of like dim your intuition here on the fact of who this person really is, because you have turned them into somebody who they're not. By the way of the way you think of them, because of the way they look. And you probably are in lust. And I don't mean like a hound dog, but I mean there's lust, there's love, there's limerence. You know what I mean? If this person gets you riled up, it's maybe not because they're your soulmate, like right off the bat. You think that could just because they look good and you desire that person. We got wands here. This person is desirable. Okay, so let me just ignore any red flags that are waving right in my face. I mean, they hunting me down. Hello, did you not see me when you walked right past? Okay, And I'm not making light of anything. You know, I've been in there and done a whole lot of stuff. But this lesson is, just because you value the way that that person looks doesn't mean you stop valuing your own morals, your own self-respect, your own you. What makes you you? Okay? Let's see what's happening over the Queen of Materials and the Sun. How beautiful. Temperance. That's beautiful. You know, you've been enlightened. You were helped and guided by the divine to move away from this situation. Something blocked this situation for you. One of your ancestors, you know, somebody who you're favored by. And God himself. He favors us all, right? But you do have free will. All I'm saying is it was a blessing that this situation was the way it was, because this in and out situation, when this person is out and there's contemplation each time, then there could be, I don't know how long, wherever they come back, you have a little bit more knowledge, you feel a little bit more intuitive, you know, a little bit more of what's happening. And when they come in this type of an energy as the king, because this is the knight and this is the king, and when they come around in that type of ego-driven, hot, you know, probably looking sexy type of an attitude, you've already had these downloads of who this person really is. And you were protected. Because if this person would have stayed around and been more consistent, you would be lost right now. Right? You would be on a whole different path. But because of the way they forced you to continuously take a look at yourself here. Look at this horse. In and out, in and out, in and out. Forced you to have to harden the emotions that you have. And that's not hardening yourself. That's letting, with this blue here, that's sword energy. That's communication. That's thoughts. That's letting your logical mind also guided here by the divine to see, you know, what it really is that you see in this person. And as you now reflect back upon all these situations, because there's a lot here now to compare to, you realize you don't even really like this person. They're not nice, you know. And if they had to choose, they would not choose you, and you know that. So here you decided what was revealed to you is to choose yourself. Choose yourself. You know, choose yourself. Because as somebody who has been in a similar situation on several occasions, again, not understanding the lesson within and not getting any type of guidance to try to understand why. Although I never really got the bigger picture type of lesson. It was always a small lesson within that relationship that was not continued in the next relationship, but that was unhealthy in a different fashion. So now in the next relationship, I'm not doing 1 and 2. I'm in a whole nother world of something crazy, because I'm not learning the ultimate lesson, and that is, you know, the greatest love of all here, yourself. Whitney Houston, baby. I hear that song in my mind. I almost feel like crying, because it really is empowering, you know, makes you feel happy. Now, once you really get to this state here, Temperance talks about being blessed. Of course, talks about also divine timing. So you're ready for things to start propelling you forward to good things, okay? But it also talks about patience, because with these energies too, there's, like I said, could be some form of resentment or you're at the stage of grief where you're mad, you know. But here, temperance speaks of tempering two different things and bringing them into harmony, you know. You understanding and knowing, because now you've learned the lesson. And you are intuitive here. You know you can't take this personal, because this person is acting out of their trauma, in no way trying to heal, and going about their life seeing nothing wrong with their behavior. You know, God said, you know, forgive them though they know not what they do. And they don't, but it still pisses you off anyway. I get that. You know. But what are you mad for? Why are you so upset? Because you feel, you know, how could I have allowed this to happen? Because you weren't here yet. So forgive yourself. But have the patience. Because this too shall pass. You know, this person's gone as far as I feel. They're not in your energy field. You don't speak to them anymore. They may be blocked. You've moved away. But there's that little thing that's tethering you. And that is as you're going through the stages of grief now. Even negative energy is energy that you're going to give to the situation. Stay up in here. Learn to temper it out. When you start feeling that way, balance it out with something. Yeah, this and oh yeah, you know what? This person wasn't acting, you know, in their power, although they thought they were with power, like to their understanding, you know, forgiveness really here. So the first lesson needed to be learned was to love yourself. The second lesson that came from this, because there's still that tether that may have not been learned, is forgiveness. You know, they know not what they do. And that's tough. But I've done it personally with friendships, people that I was friends with for decades. There is a difference when it's something romantic, but is it really? You know, your ego could still be, because we do have the sun, it could be another thing being revealed to you here. Your ego could be what's keeping you tethered as well. And ego in this situation is, you know, not forgiving. They know not what they do. Let me get one divine, 2 or 3, I don't know. I'm going to use the divine animals oracle because I want to get into this with some oracle cards here. They're beautiful as always. My girl Stacy DeMarco. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, this one just fell out. Loyalty, red crowned crane. Now this looks like, to me, look, it looks like the crane, is kind of like dragging her or making her fly, or, you know, it's pulling her in a direction. And that's being loyal to yourself. You know, you don't have to be loyal to a person or a situation. Especially if it isn't, it's like a situationship. Or it's something that, if it's being defined, it's not being defined correctly. You know, like to say, oh, this is my boyfriend. But this is under the operation of an unhealthy type of relationship dynamic. You know? Be loyal to yourself, period. That's the first person you owe loyalty to. And then only give loyalty to those that give it back. And you know, in this situation here, you know that person was not being loyal. Was not giving you the same loyalty you were extending to them. Deuces. You know, give that to you, period. That sounds a bit angry, right? It's the next one we have here. Prosperity, peacock. Because look at you go. Ew. Look at you go. First of all, peacocks are like one of the most gorgeous creatures on earth, I feel, in my personal opinion. But this says prosperity. You know, rough. You know when peacocks fan out those feathers, it's such a beautiful thing, and they're like, and they strut it. Hey, Look at me. Yes, look at you. Be loyal to yourself. And everything else follows. You know, like I always say, you're never not on a healing journey because there's always something you could be learning. In this instance, you learned how to love yourself, but that wasn't the only lesson. There's still another one that we know of, forgiveness. You know, you can always constantly be learning and doing and bettering yourself in every way possible by understanding yourself, understanding your own motives and why you do things. It comes easier for you to understand other people's. You know, if you're an empath like me, if you're this high priestess here, you can, sniff out other people's motives rather quickly, unless in an instance where somebody physically gets you going. You know, you're being superficial and shallow. You know, it happens. Folks be looking good. What can I say? What can you say? But, oof, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah. Let's just keep going because I lost my train of thought. Kindness and fruit bat flying fox. How beautiful. Yeah. By here, temperance, y'all. Be kind to yourself first and foremost. You're human. You know, anybody can get over on you once. Okay? Once you get it, they ain't gonna get over on you twice. You know. And it's okay. There's no reason to feel any type of weight over that. It happens all the time. But the beauty is you learning lessons here. I bet that won't happen again. You know, in the end, I bet you that ain't gonna happen again. And this person may even be regretting their actions, even here with the King of Wands or the Muse of Inspirations, and thinking about some way to come back in. It's because of who you are as a person, who you always have been. You are loyal. You are kind. You know. And I feel, you give to people even though you could already know how this person is. And still bypass those things. Trying to get to know them for yourself. But once you see that pretty much, especially if this person doesn't know how to be a genuine person, you always got to choose yourself, because that equals no good. It usually ends up in something that's not good, healthy, or it's something toxic. And with these emotions leading the way here, we started off with the four of emotions, the priestess, the high priestess, which is Pisces energy. That's water energy as well. We have the 5 of cups here. It's starting off with emotions. This could be what you need to learn to forgive yourself for. It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to still be loyal and kind. Oh, kind is hiding. Sorry. And still be able to prosper. And still shine. And, let that fan out, baby. Let them feathers, those beautiful colors of yours, show. That doesn't make you anything other than being genuine to yourself. Which is more than likely why these situations happen in the first place. Why there is still a need for you to understand what self-love really is, and forgiveness. Because other people see this in you. It's something that you haven't seen in yourself before, but I think you do now. Let's get one more. Because I did smoke, y'all. I'm starting to lose my train of thought. My bad. Lioness. And we got protection. The female lion, she's everything. The male lion's nothing. He just helps her create babies. She's the fighter. She goes out and gets the food. You know, she feeds the kids. She keeps it in check. You ever watch those nature channels? Those males don't be messing with them. You know, only when they want to get some. I can't say I'm mad at that. But protect yourself just as fiercely as you protect others. And protect your spiritual gift just as fiercely as you've been denying it. Look how clear her eyes look now. Yeah. Protect yourself. You are first. Doesn't make you selfish in any way. Doesn't make you selfish. Even if you have kids, even if you have grandkids, even if you have, you know, your parents, people that you absolutely love and would die for here with loyalty. You know, it's not selfish of you to put yourself before their needs. Because you are always with you. You always will be with you. And when everybody's gone and you are alone, are you happy with being with yourself? You know, do you love you enough? You know, do you love your own company? And in those times of solitude is when you should be, oh, I know when you are anyway, contemplating here with the Four of Emotions, right? How you're going to prosper. Not concerning yourself with other folks, concerning yourself with you. Because you're the lioness. Again, you know, any gender. But these they're fierce. They are fierce. Very fierce. And you know, that's Leo energy. We have the sun. That was revealed to you, right? That you look at them. Look at their faces. One, I know who I am, you know, because I look within me. And I make myself who I am. That leads to your authenticity. Your authenticity and genuine nature as a person. You're not going to get that from other people. And when you discover that you're not, because you already intuitively know when you're dealing with people, you know, just let it go. Lessons in learning how to love yourself, learning how to let things go, and forgiveness. All right, so I want to close that here. Thank you for listening to me, y'all. If this resonated, please let me know. Have a good one. Mwah.